Welcome to Glorious Botafogo, your number one source of Botafogo news in English. Botafogo lost to Flamengo in the Brazilian Super Cup final by 3-1 in a pathetic performance. Pathetic all around. I think that with the exception of Igor Jesus, everybody else was just way below average. And I mean, can we please get Lucas out of this club? One of the worst defenders I have ever seen in my life. What is he doing in the club still? What is Lucas doing in this club? He is literally useless. All 3 goals were on Lucas today. All 3. And the last one, my goodness, he doesn't even know how to trap a ball. He doesn't even know how to trap a ball. Gave the ball right to Luis Araújo to score the 3rd goal. And then, thankfully, at least we got one consolation goal with Patrick de Paula. He scored at least 1 goal. It was a nice goal. It's nice to see Patrick come in and score a goal like that in the final. But my goodness, what is Carlos Leiria doing on the sidelines coaching this team? He hasn't had a good result in any team that he's ever been in charge of. So what is he doing still in the sidelines? If you look at some statistics of what happens when Lucas plays, he has lost every match he started with this club. If it's not every match, it's pretty close to every match. So again, what is he doing in this club? Champions of South America, champions of Brazil cannot have a player of the level of Lucas Halter. And I hope that Vitória still wants to sign Lucas Halter. Because after today, my goodness, they're going to be like, oh man, I think we're about to escape this one. We're going to eject out of this negotiations. Because if Vitória signed Lucas Halter, you have got to send them flowers and a thank you note. They have to send him flowers and a thank you note for taking this off of our backs. Don't even loan him. Just give him away. Just sign him away. Incredible. And it's not only Lucas Halter that was responsible for today's loss. It's on a lot of players. Barbosa was below. Alex Telles was below average. Almost everyone. The first half was attack versus defense. This is so frustrating and so infuriating because we have to tolerate people, players, and staff that are not on the level that this club needs. And it shows how far behind the curve the club is in the start of the season. Getting rid of players on the bench, getting rid of starters, and not bringing in people to replace them. This was a title. Not a lot of teams in Brazil have this title. We could have been amongst a select few clubs with that title next to our name. It's not something that you get to play for every year. We're going to have to win a Copa do Brasil. We're going to have to win a Brasileirão next year or this year if we want to play this cup again next year. It's not easy to do. And we just gave our biggest rival the 3rd title. They are now the team with the most amount of titles. And we consolidated names that are players of their team as club idols because now they've won the most amount of titles with the club on top of, beating us. So this was disastrous performance, disasters from everybody, from player staff, from coaching staff, and from directing staff. Everybody. This is really incredible. We cannot wait 2 more weeks for a coach. We need a coach now. We need a manager now. We've gotten five coaches turn us down. Jardini turned us down. Martino turned us down. Benitez turned us down. Fonseca turned us down. Which Fonseca is now at Olympique Lyonnais. Which fired Saj. And then 2 days later, they already had a coach. Tex already found a coach for OL. Granted, Fonseca has been talking to John Textor for a while, and he rejected coming to Brazil. So then the next, the most likely choice would have been to go to OL, and that's what happened. That's what he did. I don't know if John was really banking on Jardini saying yes, and that didn't happen. Then we went scrambling. There was 3 names, and now there's not even like not even a rumor about a coach. There's nothing in the horizon, which is really concerning because we have another title to play for this month. We're going to go with Carlos Leiria again. This is so, losing a match and losing, titles, it happens, okay? We got a red card in the Libertadores and we could have lost to Mineiro. And the team pulled out one of the greatest stories to be ever told in football. But that does not excuse what's happened today. What happened today is unacceptable. The way that it all played out, it's unacceptable. Really hope John Textor has a name ready to go by next week because the pressure is only going to keep increasing. We need to have this manager by this week to start preparing the team. And I know John said the season starts in April. We cannot, actually it doesn't. It starts in March this year. It got pushed back. We cannot wait until March to have a manager. We need a manager now. If you gotten here so far, please like and subscribe. I mean, I'm not usually this fired up, but I've had enough. I had enough of Lucas Halter, and I had enough of Carlos Leiria, and I had enough on this. I've had enough of this lack of news on our coach. I think John is being way too passive. We need to speed things up because if we don't, we're going to lose another title, an international title this month. And what is that going to do to the team for the rest of the season? It can affect morale. It can affect psyche. Come on. It's time to sign a manager.